91.5 WRBC. I gotta give you a quick PSA, then we gonna get rocking with the interviews. Would you get into a plane if you knew the pilot had been drinking or using drugs? That would be crazy. Come on, wouldn't it? Well, this pilot, just as dangerous, he's driving a car instead. And it's true. So even if your pilot is you, so never drive a car after drinking any alcohol or doing any drugs that could affect your alertness, concentration, or reaction time. The consequences could be very sobering. A message brought to you from the National Automobile Dealers Association and your peeps at 91.5 WRBC. We got Pallaso and The Mess in the house. Sup, peeps?
What up, what up?
Yeah, man, Deep Roots Entertainment, we in here.
Yeah, up in the building. So, we're going to start off by talking. So you guys got a awesome video that you guys made called Change, huh?
Yes, we do.
Awesome. Pallaso and The Mess, video, Change. It's in Lewiston. When did you record the track? Because I know there was a little bit, with the video was after the. We'll get into that later. I'll have y'all speak of that. But when did you record it?
I think it was February. We had gotten me and Pallaso had finally gotten a hold of each other, and he called me out. He says, "Come out to the studio. Let's see if we can do something." And we ended up recording the songs "My Music" and "Change," and then from there, obviously.
Started playing it in the cars, uploaded it on YouTube, and the grind don't stop.
Pallaso thought it was the better song for a video, and eventually we got to recording the video.
Awesome. So you made the video, and now tell us about what it features, because I know it features Lewiston, but what in Lewiston does it? What do you got in Lewiston?
Well, it features the buildings that got burned down. Obviously, it features the skate park, Kennedy Park, downtown Lewiston. Features the bridge, what would you call that bridge? Yeah, it features we underneath there. Also, we try to get it's like, what do you call it? It's like a summary, but detailed summary of what would describe Lewiston, like. We
wanted to show highlighted points of Lewiston, things that stick out to you that it's Lewiston. But more than anything, a city with such a negative connotation attached to it, we wanted to show positive things coming out of those same areas, specifically like the song and the video coming from those burnt down buildings. Kennedy Park, which used to have such a bad reputation, we showed kids either skateboarding or playing basketball, things like that.
Yeah, like for example, when you watch the Change video without the music on, you would not want to live in that city. But once you listen to the music and it's like we got something dirty and we cleaning it up, like we're trying to show a flower growing out of a rock, you know what I mean, type of thing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've never seen it, of course, because I'm blind, but, it's just, I've heard it's a great video. Check it out, youtube.com/change by The Mess and Pallaso. Now, if anybody's curious, it's Pallaso. Just if anybody was curious on that. So, Now you've also got, tell us about your new album coming out.
Yeah, yo, man. We're so excited, man. There's not enough words that can amount to the excitement we have about that album, man. We both feel so good about it. It's called Change. Obviously, the record that made us, man, it's got about 12 tracks, man, which are all inspirational, passionate. I don't know how to better Mess, you probably got better words to explain this, man, because
it's just an inspirational record. I mean, every song on it is it's about something positive.
Yeah,
something
it's not
good. We're taking the negative things from our life.
Yeah, it's not the negative kind of rap. It's not like Kendrick Lamar type stuff. I mean, I like Kendrick, but it's not like his kind of music.
I love gritty hip hop. I grew up on it, but this specific album.
Yeah, it's more of the positive kind of hip hop.
This album evolved itself. First off, we didn't plan it. When we did My Music, it was just how we were feeling. Like we were just like, oh, we really want to make it no matter what. You know what I mean? Like, we really want to make something happen with this music. And then when we did Change, we were like, let's just write something positive about where we're from. It just kind of happened. And then when the video for Change dropped and everybody went crazy and we ended up performing for the Lewiston Middle School students and all, and all the positive things that were going on, we just kept spitting out positive stuff. And that's just how the album evolved, We just figured, why not make a Change album? I mean, it's kind of like strike the iron while it's hot,
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing. I mean, and it's kind of taken on a life of its own. It's been fun.
Awesome.
Every song on that album was created on the spot. We never got in
absolutely.
studio and we're like, today we're recording this song now. We got in studio not even knowing what we're going to do. And
So you were freestyling predominantly.
With a pen.
yeah,
yes.
like honestly, like a lot of stuff on that record, we don't even have no paper where we wrote it. A lot of it we do, but some of it we just got on there and just went with whatever direction the record was taken and till it was done.
I don't think I spent longer than 15 minutes on any given verse writing. I just was like going. There's no scratch outs. I mean, I just was writing.
You were just going with it,
I
you
was
know.
just rolling, man.
Awesome. So we're gonna play the song right now in its entirety, and then we'll talk to him about it after, and then we will. Who do we want to? We'll interview Pallaso after that, and then we'll talk to the mess. Then we'll go from there. The co-host me. So yeah, let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Pallaso and The Mess, Lewiston's own, the world's own, foretold change. Enjoy it.
Awesome. 91.5 WRBC. Let's rock it.
Man, I will never change, no matter how far I go.
I'll always be the same, even if I told the world I will never change.
No matter how far I go, I'll always be the same.
Even if I told the world I will never change. I'll always be the same, no matter where you send me. Money in the world can never change me. And I'll always go back to the place I started, where I had my first dream, where my first broken heart was. Spent my life trying to find a way out of the darkness. Stumbled into deep roots, now no one can stop us. We're gonna step up to the best mess in Pallaso, where the sound's so big that they calling us colossal. I'll sing the songs from the top of the Eiffel Tower, remembering the days when I couldn't get a shower. Hungrier than hell with a cramp in my stomach. Been scraping at this dream and I'm hoping that y'all will love it. Never forget the ones that believed in me, and never disrespect the ones that bleed with me. To all of the Marines that deployed overseas with me, I'm nothing here without my friends, I need family. From Blackie Park to Mayberry Village, that's where I came up. To all my little homies that still cooking cocaine rock. No money in the world can make your pain stop. You gotta follow your dreams, people, you can't stop.
No matter how far I go,
I'll always be the same, even if I told the world I will never change.
no matter how far I go, I'll always be the same.
Even if I told the world
I done felt like a king with a big crown. My life been really up and it's been down. I've been in limousines and prison buses. I've been locked up in jail cells feeling hopeless. We plan but God makes his own plans. The rain clouds will cover up the big sun. Mountains will crumble up and kneel down. But I'll still be here, never change now. With the rich money and cars, we're shooting for stars. With the rich bleeding and scars, I'll never surprise you. Man, I will never change even if I blew up. I put it on my friends that we together grew up. I'll be right here, better in skills and keeping it real. Money ain't big of a deal, it is me still. African boy from Kampala, Uganda. Messiah like doing miracles and wonders. When the fame came around me, jealous came with it around me. Best friends stand against me, around me. But I never change, I will never change. No matter how far I go,
I'll always be the same, even if I told the world I will never change.
no matter how far I go, I'll always be the same.
Even if I told the world I will never
I've
change.
loved and I've lost, I've smiled and I cried. Felt totally alive and attempted suicide. Life is up and down, it's like a roller coaster ride. So I'll never turn my back on the people that's by my side. Remember every person that helped me to get my dream going. Even when I'm in the Civic Center down in Beantown. No matter where I go in this world, can't let my team down. Same kid from the block, you can still catch a beat down. Humbled down from being broken, locked inside a jail cell. Hating life in boot camp and waiting on a mail call. This is my story, I'll never make pretend that I'm someone other than the man that I've always been. You wanna hear my story? Just give me a pen. I ain't always got a dollar, but I always got a friend. Ain't never been a spoiled brat, ain't about to become one. But that ain't gonna stop me from trying to be a someone. And I made mistakes that I wish that I could change. And many times I walked around hanging my head in shame. And of everything I've been through, of all that I've overcame, no matter what I get into, I'm always gonna be the same.
Never change, no matter how far I go.
I'll always be the same, even if I told the world I will never
I'll always be the same.
Even if I told the world, I will never change.
91.5 WRBC. This is Hunter. That was Change by
Pallaso and The Mess.
You
already
Betcha.
know.
Now we're gonna discuss the actual tune itself, the production. Who does the beats?
Well, we collaborate with a few producers. We change a few things if we want to have a few things changed. But the producer that did the change beat is Platinum Sellers. And we switched a lot of things up, but he's the one that made the beat, just the beat.
Huh? The actual change beat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, when did you now you might be wondering, why did Pallaso make the African boy from Kampala, Uganda reference? Because he is. He's from Kampala.
Yeah, man, true African son this.
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. That's awesome. So, how did you guys come up with who was gonna rap at what point?
Oh well, I mean, first off, Pallaso is predominantly a singer, but he's kind of got that reggae flow. He's got his own sort of thing going on. He likes Pallaso. Even in the past, has always had people rap with him.
Yeah.
And I sort of was coming on as a rapper, if that's the question you're asking. But I just happened to sing too, and I told him, I love to sing, so we ended up sharing a lot of the singing stuff on the choruses, the hooks. But as far as who raps when and where, we just feel it out that day. We'll be like, with Change, it came in kind of with no beat behind it, with no drums behind it, and it was real soft, and I just kind of had that, I wanted to do that sort of build up, start rapping sort of slow, and then bring it in hard when the beat comes in. It just kind of had that feel to it. So
Awesome. Yeah, that's what it's like producing hip hop, I'm sure. Huh?
sure.
And really, when we do the songs, when we're producing the songs, sometimes it's like I say, the beat will come in, we'll listen to it, we get the right vibe we want towards it, and then we record to it. So after we record to it, we sit back, and the mixing and mastering is different, the engineering and all that, and we place different things differently, and depending on the vibe and how we want the song to sound at the end.
It's like Microsoft Word, you could cut it, you could copy a sentence,
Awesome.
Paste it somewhere else, that sort of thing. We can do that with everything's in timing.
Awesome. So, before the track started, before you said, I will never change no matter how far I go, you had that little other beat there. It's like a more faster tempo beat.
Well, that was just sort of an intro to the, when we actually make the videos, we just kind of put that in so that we can have time to, have the logos and stuff coming in the front. So you know
how the movies are, when the movies are starting. Lately, everybody doing videos is trying to make them look like the movies, what I mean?
Yeah, you're not able to. You weren't able to see the. We have our logos come in before the song starts and the video starts.
Yeah.
The actual scenes come in. It's just our logos. It says Pallaso and The Mess, Deep Roots, such and such. So it's just an intro, like an intro beat.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we'll talk to them. We'll be talking to them throughout these 2 hours. So, but if you have any questions, give me a shout, 777-7915 or 777-7916. Or if you want to talk to them, or me, or anything goes, just, give us a shout. Anything. If you want to know anything about the peeps that I haven't asked yet, just go ahead. Give us a shout, 777-7915 or 777-7916.
And don't forget, by the way, if you want to meet us in person, you got to show up for the album release party. Soon we're going to be blasting it off, man. Better be hitting the stores and getting the record changed.
And looking on Spotify and whatnot, check it out. Definitely check it out. And then the album release party. So tell us about that.
September 14th, down at Norral's, across the street from Gritty's. We're having an album release party for Change. That's where we're going to release the album, and then the next day it'll be in the stores and, on the internet and all that.
Actually, that same day, if you want to be the first to get it, at midnight on the 14th, it's going to be digitally available everywhere at midnight. So, all you got to do is stay up till midnight, starting at 12 a.m. The album gonna touch the ground, you know what I mean?
So if you put it on Spotify, if you put in Pallaso and The Mess at midnight, the album's gonna come up.
Change is gonna show up right there on the September 14th. All them tracks they're gonna be available physically in the stores during the day. after the album release, but digitally they're gonna be available at midnight, starting at midnight. So if you put it in Spotify, Amazon, Google MP3, MySpace Music, anywhere you can think of digital, it's gonna come off on the phone, everywhere. Your Space, MySpace, our Space.
All these social networking, it's kind of hard to get it straight sometimes, isn't it? Yeah. Awesome. All right. So now we're going to start Jesse's interview. I mean, The Mess, excuse me, because he also goes by, he also did music when he was Jesse Hammond. That's why I'm stuck on that. So, The Mess, what got you into being a musician?
Well, I've been a musician my whole entire life.
Oh, really?
Ever since I can remember. Yep. Play every instrument. Guitar, piano, drums, sing, rap. It don't matter. I love all music.
Do you make beats too?
I can make beats, absolutely. I mean, I play drums. I mean, you give me any instrument. Give me 15 minutes, I'll figure something out for you.
Oh, awesome. And we have a caller, so we're gonna play it. We're actually gonna play a track by Jesse. Here is One Love off of his album on 91.5 RBC.
Southern Maine Community Radio.
We were children when we met, and they called it puppy love. But I knew we'd walk a lifetime hand in hand. And we've both been through so much. Look at all we've overcome. But I'll never give you up. You're my best friend. And all I ever wanted was for all your dreams to come true. So I packed my bags and left to be your hero. And all you ever wanted was for me to come back home to you. So baby, don't never let go. Two hearts, two lives, one love. Even after all these years, I can't get enough. Two hearts, two lives, one love. Even after all these years, you're all I think of. For way too many years, we were forced to be apart, holding on with all our strength we must sustain, and wipe away those tears. 'Cause baby girl, we've come so far, and I know that you've been hurt. I feel your pain. But we grow from all our sorrow, just like flowers grow from rain. And I'm sorry if I left you all alone. I look forward to tomorrow, baby, and I know we'll be okay. Just look at us both hanging on. Two hearts, two lives, one love. Even after all these years, I can't get enough. Two hearts, two lives, one love. Even after all the tears, you're all I think of. Every breaking heart knows how I feel. 'Cause love is hard when you're hanging on. And every aching heart knows that it's real. 'Cause love is hard when you're hanging on. Two hearts, two lives, one love.
91.5 WRBC. What was that?
That was One Love. That was off my In Love and War album I wrote when I was in Iraq. I came home with some money and I recorded it with John Wyman, actually, down at Halo Studios. He's done all the big bands and big artists out of Maine.
Awesome.
And,
so
yeah.
that is more like your mellower kind of thing.
Well, it's separate. Like I said, I was in Iraq and I had all these things going on in my life. It was a very personal record. But when I was out there, I mean, I love hip hop. I grew up on hip hop. That's what I do. But when I was out in Iraq, all I had was this busted old guitar, and I'd get bored, you know. So I'd sit out there and I just came up with all these neat, you know, jazz chords and all these little inverted chords. I started learning tons of stuff about the guitar I didn't know before, and I wrote all these gorgeous songs about my life at the time. And when I came home, I didn't want to waste them.
So that's all true stuff. Like that was based on a true thing.
Yeah, that was about having to leave somebody you care about.
To go to war.
Yeah.
Awesome. So is that probably what, you know, made you more like become a musician or whatever?
No, I've always been a musician, no matter what. I mean, when I was a kid, everybody else do basketballs and footballs around, and I sang or played piano.
Like me, you know, I'm DJing. You know, everybody else, it seems
Yeah.
like they're all athletes. You know,
Yeah.
like, there's nothing wrong with that. But you know, I'm you can find me in the studio making mashups,
Sure.
but and mixes and stuff. And
Yeah, if I found a piano when I was a kid, I'd sit at it for 10 hours.
oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, you also have you played any shows, like
yeah.
actual shows?
Oh yeah, I played lots of shows. I mean, there's probably a lot that you don't know. I came up in some of Maine's biggest bands. I was in a band called Organelle that eventually became the Cambiata. They went on to do very big things. I was also in a band called Redesign. We did huge shows all over New England. They're now called Beyond the Fall. Some of those guys are in the band Dead Season. So I came up in all these bands that ended up doing big things, and I was always playing. You know, I played shows with some of the biggest bands in Maine. I mean, I used to open for Jeremiah Freed. I used to do shows with Sparks the Rescue back when they were called Poser. I mean, I grew up in the Maine music scene.
Or Spose?
I never really had a chance to mess with Spose. I mean, I was in Iraq when his Awesome record started blowing up.
Yeah,
But I heard about it out there because, of course, you know, people would tell me like, "Oh, this kid got a video," so I checked it out. It was good. I was happy just because I was so far away from Maine. I was happy to see somebody from Maine doing something.
Yeah, it's definitely awesome when you see somebody local, and I mean, you're local talent, and radio stations need to really start playing you.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So, it's the first time you heard yourself on the radio.
No, it is not.
Oh.
No, it is not. I have been on the radio many times. I used to come here I actually came down here probably in 1997.
RBC?
Yep, I came down to this studio. I opened up for Select Records. That was back in the 90s. That was a huge hip-hop label. And I opened up for him here to show at Bates, and I came down here and did an interview. And I had a couple of, like, little R&B singles, and I must have been, like, 14 years old.
Awesome.
And I came down here and sang them and did an interview for the show, and then I opened up for Select Records. And then I've been on CYY with my bands. I've been on,
Oh, it was just
of
the
course,
radio stations.
104.7.
We can't do that. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
But, awesome, man. You're on the Hunter Show. Word.
I am. Thank you
Awesome.
for having us, too, by the way.
Oh, you're definitely welcome. This is an honor for sure. So yeah, like I said, we'll be talking to y'all throughout the show. Pallaso, you in the room?
Yes, sir. I've been here, still here, will be here.
Awesome. So now we're gonna talk at you, interview you. What got you into being a musician?
Man, honestly, my brother Chameleon has always been my mentor. I've always looked up to him, and he kind of took it farther. He was the first person to revolutionize Ugandan music in a way during his generation, and us watching him becoming something out of nothing inspired us so much. And just being in school, you know, people expected us to automatically do music, and we just happened to have the talent, and we had the studio at home, and pretty much everything that surrounded us, man, was musical. Our grandfather had the talent. We used to play guitar hard, but I grew up in a musical family, man, from church to everywhere. So I just fell in love with the art.
Of music. music.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Starting in Kampala, Uganda.
Starting from the bottom, now we're here. No, yeah. Started all the way, man, back in Africa, Kampala, Uganda, East Africa, for a few who don't know exactly where it is. In the, I call them deepest, darkest, most deepest, darkest corners of the world.
So you did, so your brother is a musician too, and
Right.
you've worked with him?
Yeah, my brother Jose Chameleon is a musician. He's been nominated for MTV, performed at the World Cup closing ceremony. He got songs with a lot of big international acts. My other brother, Weasel on Radio, actually this year were BET Award nominees. Weasel is my brother, and my little brother AK-47 is also another musician, but they all do African music, so not probably the type any another regular person in Lewiston has just randomly heard about.
Awesome. So, what was it that brought you to the U.S.?
What brought me to the U.S.? Is that what you asked?
Yeah.
I came out here to perform with, well, it was in Brooklyn, New York. It was also a musical trip. And as a little kid, I used to dream about the U.S., man. I wanted to be like guys like you, Mr. Hunter. I wanted to be on U.S. radios. I just admired everything from the U.S. Movies that were so cool came from the U.S. We used to watch black people wearing hoodies when it's in the sun, and we thought it was in the summer, so we used to wear hoodies growing up when it was like 180 degrees, not understanding they probably in the winter and it's sunny. But it was just my dream as a little kid, and I felt like having the opportunity to come gave me a reason to pursue it.
That's awesome. So you also, I know you also made music in Uganda.
Right.
Now you weren't Pallaso there.
Right.
It was Pious Lizard.
Pious Lizard, yeah.
Awesome.
Pious is my real name. Lizard was because my first record deal was with an African record label called the Leon Allen Entertainment, and the CEO was actually my brother. Probably that's why I got the deal, because I don't remember having any extreme talent at that age.
So he was just your bro, and he's like, yeah, sure.
People like my music, but I really think it was because he was my brother. I don't think if any other random kid came and wanted a record deal and sounded the way I sounded, that they would have gotten even a paper to sign on.
Huh. So was that music, were you speaking the language of Luganda?
Yeah, it was Luganda. I mean, I took time to learn Swahili. I took time to learn different languages. As a little kid, I used to speak Deutsch, which is from the language spoken in Germany. We try to learn Patois, Jamaican. We try to learn so many languages. We're dreamers, man. We come from the dust, and when you come from the dust, you try to collect every reason to become somebody. And the best way to hit everybody, like today, I'm here in Lewiston singing English music to y'all. If I never took the time to learn English, nobody would care about what I'm talking about. This example. So I had to learn so many languages, and sometimes I sing in Luganda, sometimes I sing in Swahili, sometimes I sing Patois, English, and I'm just trying to reach a huge demographic, be the best artist I can be.
And we're gonna play a track from him coming up. And is it Luganda you're speaking in this track coming up?
What's the track lined up?
We're gonna play "Fell in Love."
Fell in Love. Yeah, there is Luganda in there. There is Luganda in there. A little bit of Patois and English, man. I hope y'all love it.
Yeah, I play every week on the show, so I've been preparing everybody for this. So.
All right, man. It's a song dedicated to y'all, about people who are deeply in love, man, and somebody all of a sudden just ups and try to leave, and you don't want them out of your life, and you do every little.
Been there, done that.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I bet everybody can relate. It's good that you do hip hop that everybody can relate to,
Right, definitely.
So I give you props to that.
I
so
appreciate it.
Awesome. So now we're gonna play "Fell in Love" from Pallaso on 91.5 WRBC. Then we'll speak at him again. 91.5 WRBC. What was that?
That was "Fell in Love" by Pallaso off the Best Believe album, man.
Awesome. When did you do that album? Like, when did you produce it?
That album was produced last year. I produced a few tracks personally by myself, obviously. And I collaborated with a few European producers like B70, Kenya Music, a lot of them on there, and features a lot of great artists, man, but that was last year.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
So that's what they're all, that was Pallaso. Now, where are you trying to go with your music now? Because I mean, now you've you've made a lot of big moves. I mean, you did The Best Believe, you did music in Uganda, and now you're working with The Mess. So what are your goals now as a musician?
Make some money. No, just kidding. Well, no, I'm not gonna lie. That it's not the hidden. It's not a secret. Like, hey, I'm trying to make some money. Everybody's trying to make money, but no, man. Right now, as I am, like you said, I've made some big moves, and you looking at it like that means a lot. Cause like these are things I used to dream. At certain points, I used to ask God. I believe in God a lot. At certain points, I used to ask God that if I ever made it this far, that would be all I ever wanted, and I've made it this far, and I want more. I wanna change the world. I wanna reach out to the people. I want people to remember me as this artist that came from Africa and revolutionized music, man. I wanna be rich just like everybody else. I don't want my son to eat bone after people eat the meat off. I want him to find some meat on the bone, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, man, I'll be glad if I'm remembered in a positive way as person's music that changed the world, to reach people's hearts and people related. And when I'm gone, I want my fans to miss me as in, wow, like as I missed Jackie Chan when I heard he was retiring or something like that, you know what I mean?
Awesome. So you got the album release party coming up.
Yes, sir.
Now, if people want more info, who can they get in contact with?
If people want more info, man, you can contact me on Facebook, which is facebook.com/Pallaso Music. You can contact The Mess, which is facebook.com/The Mess. There is a number, which I don't know off the top of my head, but they can call 604-9894, area code 207. If you want to share the video for a chance to win some tickets to the concert, you can keep in touch on Facebook and all that, and just contact us on our social networks. Social media is really where it's at. You just type in Pallaso, Google, whatever social media I'm on. If you reach me, you'll find me.
Yeah, at MC Pallaso on Twitter.
At MC Pallaso on Twitter. Thank you, man.
Yeah, I follow that. If you want to follow me, Hunter Wilbur. But awesome. So it's at 9 at that restaurant on what road? We can't say it on air, but what road they'll know.
It's 34 Court Street, everybody, man. Come support us. This is all we need. Like, people like you and me from Lewiston, from not only Lewiston, there is a lot of places that are more or less, that are deprived people that need more opportunity. But all I'm saying is all humanity is equal, and we all have the same genius ideas. Until we get degeniused by the world, show us the love and support, maybe we will not disappoint, man. That's all we're asking for.
Awesome. So we're gonna play a track off the album now. We played Change. Now we are going to play the track called Home.
Yeah, man. This song, man, Home, dedicated to everybody that's not home right now, and everybody that's home. Be proud of where you come from, Mess. You want to introduce that track?
Yeah, it's all good. Yes, it's a good song. It's called Home. It's off the Change album. Pallaso and The Mess. Y'all check it out.
Zaga.
Let's hit it. 91.5 WRBC.
It's been too long since I've seen you so pick up before.
I wish I would have never gone. Wanna let you know I'm coming home.
It's been so long since I've seen you so pick up before.
I wish I would have never gone. I wanna let you know I'm coming home.
Across the universe, east to west, homie's always gonna be the best. Even when I'm away, I can never forget that I'm still part of your children. My only happy life, I think of it and get what I realize. It is where my heart be at, the place that raised me since I was a little child. Where my great father's life, the only place that can better describe my way of life. 'Cause it's the only way of life. I've seen it all and I've been everywhere, but the memories won't fade away.
I just wanna come home to the neighborhood that raised me, the only place I've ever home. It's been so long since I've seen you so pick up the phone. I wish I would have never gone. I wanna let you know I'm coming home. Rolling up 95, I'm headed up north to Maine. Hit exit 80 and instantly know I'm home again. All of them years I was gone in North Carolina, in the military waiting for my time's up. Growing up I just wanted to get up out of here. Young and ignorant, bitter, rich, all I gotta get. The minute I was gone I missed all of my best friends. Every time I'm in Iraq or in Afghanistan. Don Juan and James Libby, Bruce Watt, my little brother T, Tommy Burkbeck, Derek Country, all the people looking after me. That's Lewiston, you know we get it in. Scribe me here, it's slimy here. People messed up on medicine. Downtown, how the hell you been? I just wanna come home to the neighborhood that raised me, the only place I've ever known. I just wanna come home to the people that have made me. I love y'all, this is your song.
It's been too long since I've seen you so pick up before.
I wish I would have never gone. Wanna let you know I'm coming home.
It's been so long since I've seen you so pick up the phone.
I wish I would have never gone. I wanna let you know I'm coming home.
I know it's hard to believe we all grew up and started to leave. Time has come and I don't wanna wait. Your son is coming home. My only happy life, I think of it and that's what I realize. It is where my heart beat, the place that raised me since I was a little child. In my great father's life, the only place that can better describe my way of life. 'Cause it's the only way of life. I've seen it all and I've been everywhere, but the memories won't fade away.
I just wanna come home to the neighborhood that raised me, the only place I've ever known. I just wanna come home to the people that have made me. I love y'all, this is your song.
It's been too long since I've seen you so pick up before.
I wish I would have never gone. Wanna let you know I'm coming home.
It's been so long since I've seen you so pick up the phone.
I wish I would have never gone. I wanna let you know I'm coming home. It's been a while since I've been back from down south, and I got no jacket. It's warm there, but it's cold here. We thick-skinned and we cold inhabitants. 4 kids with no parents. Food stands for them sandwiches. Talking smack to get you slapped to the back of one of them ambulances. Blake Streets to them fake streets. Cops chase G, didn't have a chance. Too broke for them new clothes and stress peeps on appearances. After dark, then the blackies pop. How does all the cops that affair with us? You got dope and them fat kicks. That state checks for them carriages. Old hood with some old friends. My hometown, my old man's. My mom dukes and my old bands. Picking up pretty women singing slow jams. When I get back, y'all know it's on. Lewiston, people can't stay gone. Getting dressed up just to get messed up. Yeah, can I wait until I get back home?
91.5 WRBC. You're listening to 91.5 WRBC, Lewiston, Maine. I'm Hunter.
Alongside Pallaso and The Mess in the building, Deep Roots family, you already know.
Awesome. So you just mentioned Deep Roots. Let's talk about that. What is speak to the future. What is Deep Roots?
Deep roots, the meaning of deep roots is anybody that comes out of nothing. A tree without roots becomes firewood ready to burn. You know, to know your future, you got to know your past. Everything has roots, man. So it's deep roots. It's pride of where everybody belongs and how far they came. The level of success is not defined by what height you reach, but how deep you come to reach whatever height you reach. You know what I mean? So that's Deep Roots pretty much. And what it is, it's a musical entertainment company here in Maine, and me and some of my other brothers like The Mess, Corey Quick Sacco, you know, Wheezy, and a lot of other talent, DJ Bernazzo. We behind a movement to just revolutionize Maine music and bring a new sound.
Awesome. So, how did you form it?
Well, you know how they say 2 heads are better than one. We came up with it from trying to join hands. You know, when we was little, there's an African story where you hold one stick and it's easier to break, and if you hold like 10 of them at the same time, you cannot break them. So I just decided one time I have a whole lot of set of skills, man. I just been producing music since I was 9 years old. I've been doing graphics. I've been doing music videos. I do a lot of production and graphical work. And I looked at it like that's what the record labels do lately. And a lot of marketing and lately a lot of resources on the internet have been availed to the regular person as long as you're willing to push yourself beyond the limits. I looked at myself and I was like, I have all those set of skills right now. What can I do? I can grab more talent, expose them to that set of skills, push each other. You know, you push me, I push you. You're pushing me on the radio today. Tomorrow you need something, I'm going to push you kind of thing. One hand washes the other. And that's how it was formed, man. And we help artists out. We've had a lot of artists. We DJs, radio presenters, singers, producers, graphic designers. We just a dreaming team.
Because I also happen to be, he dropped me on there, so.
Yes, sir. We're going to be working with Hunter Wilbur, too. One of our future projects, man. Be on the lookout.
Awesome, yeah. DJ Underground Hunter Wilbur is going to, like, totally hit Deep Roots. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah, man. I'm excited.
Awesome. So, The Mess, you are also on Deep Roots.
Yeah.
What's it like being on there?
Well, I mean, me and Pallaso, we both solo artists. We do our own things, you know.
Yeah.
We got completely different styles. If you listen to his stuff solo and you listen to my stuff solo, it's completely different. So, you know, when he called me up to link up, I mean, it was an opportunity to do something different, you know. And I had already been wanting, like, I've always wanted to have like that sort of reggae sound in my music, anyways. But as far as Deep Roots goes, I mean, him as a producer. You know, as a studio engineer, I mean, he's brilliant. I mean, absolutely brilliant. I mean, I could drop vocal tracks, you know, and then 2 weeks later, you know, the things that I hear are, you know, impeccable. So, I mean, if that's what you're asking about Deep Roots, I mean, it's awesome to be able to have a producer and a friend, you know. I could come to him with a song and be, oh, yeah, I got a song, you know, and to have somebody do the things that he can do to it. I mean, it's awesome.
Now, how long has it been going?
Well, like I said, we hooked up in like January or February, right around that time.
That's how long you've had Deep Roots?
Yeah, and we just been going nonstop, you know.
Oh, awesome. So what do you plan to do in the future with it? Like, continue what you're doing? Like, just helping out other artists? Or do you hope to, like, get, like, maybe a DJ service with it, too, or something?
That's more Pallasso's alley, but, as far as me, I just plan on doing some, you know, I got some solo stuff I want to put out. Some, you know, I got an album that I'm working on, kind of. It's on the back burner, but I plan on finishing it up. Obviously, Pallasso's producing it, so I mean that's all. You know, if you think of like a record label, you know, you got Bad Boy Records. Puffy's sort of a producer, you know. You know, I got Pallaso engineering songs for me.
So do you also do studio engineering, or?
No, I mean I did a few things back in the day, but I never stuck with it. You know, I was always more interested in playing musical instruments and stuff. So I never sat there with a computer doing that stuff. But back when they used to have the multi-track, you know, the old 4 tracks and 16 tracks and digital 24 tracks and stuff, I used to make songs on those. You know, I had a little Dr. Rhythm drum machine and a keyboard, and I'd make beats. And
well, with the tracks on that In Love and War album, is that you doing all that with like the 24 track or whatever?
No, that was recorded by John Wyman down at Halo Studios.
No, but I mean like the instruments. Did you have a band?
Yeah, I played all the guitar parts, but I had a good friend, a couple good friends from my old band, the Cambiata. Dan Capaldi played drums. Miguel Barajas played electric guitar. Stan Jingaleski, he played bass.
And you did acoustic guitar.
And I did acoustic guitar, and I did all the pianos, and I did the vocals.
Huh. So what's your favorite instrument to do?
Well, I mean, I love to play with the piano. I think it's the best instrument. But as far as like performing, I love the guitar. I mean, it's a great instrument.
Yeah. You played it on an album. All right, we're going to do another track off of the Change album. What's this?
This is Follow Me
by The Mess and Pallaso on 91.5 WRBC.
Follow me. Walk inside my shoes and can feel my pain. Follow me. Look inside these eyes and you'll feel the same. Just follow me. Walk inside my shoes so you know my pain. Follow me.
see my pain. Just follow I look at my son, then I look up to the sun. Like Adam was Spidey's only son. What the hell he thought when he held the gun to his head? Now the kid's got no daddy. I'm not saying you should see what my eyes have seen, cause I can never tell what your life has been. But only if you knew what the pain I feel. We all know some wounds never heal. A lot of things that I thought belonged to me turned out to be by far not for me. But you can have it all as long as I'm free. I've seen the rich die and fight for air to breathe. Some things have no replacement. You can go back when mistakes have been made. Was in my man's case a lot has been said, but where is the justice? Follow me.
Walk inside my shoes and can feel my pain.
Follow me.
Look inside these eyes and you'll feel the same. Just
Follow me. Walk inside my shoes so you know my pain. Follow me. In my African eyes you can see my pain. Just
follow me, I got a story to tell you, please come to listen. About a kid who came from nothing, who's struggling with addiction. Pop's gone, mom's broke, no food in the kitchen. I'm in a housing project in Connecticut, barely living. And I promised myself that I'd make it out, I'm on a mission. I graduated high school with honors, full of ambition. All I ever wanted in life was to be a musician. People told me I was crazy, cause singers don't get a pension. And labels ain't exactly lining up to give auditions. So I joined the Marines, just like ending up in prison. 5 years lost to a cause that I don't believe in. Forgot who the hell I was, became a demon. Drowned in alcohol and drugs, this isn't existing. Lost a couple best friends, now I'm hurting and grieving. And that person that I loved the most was lying and cheating. I pushed everyone I loved away at the time I most needed them.
follow me.
Walk inside my shoes and can feel my pain.
Follow me.
Look inside these eyes and you'll feel the same. Just
Follow me. Walk inside my shoes so you know my pain. Follow me. In my African eyes you can see my pain. Just follow Try to step in my shoes, I've already done miles. Bullets can fly, I'm still waving my flag. Rather lose life before losing my pride. I was never spoon-fed, I'm an African child. I got friends but also got rivals who kneel down and pray for my downfall. But I'm one of the strongest survivors. My people been awaiting my arrival. Last time I seen Greg, he was on chemo, battling cancer, but told me to dream on. My baby mama got tears on the pillow from a heart broken by the man that she still loved. My mother ain't seen me in a damn century, but she knows I was in a damn penitentiary with Mexicans doing time for re-entry. I'm not saying you should feel my pain, but just follow me.
walk inside my shoes and can feel my pain.
Follow me.
Look inside these eyes and you'll feel the same. Just
Follow me. Walk inside my shoes so you know my pain. Follow me. In my African eyes you can see my pain. Just follow
Everybody
me.
has a bottom, the point that you realize they fail. For me, that point was detoxing inside a county jail. No money in the books, nobody paying bail. I'm all alone and self-destructing in a living hell. Nobody came to visit you, nobody sent you mail. You should've thought about that mess before you did them pills. I wanna make it right, please just let me out the cell. Don't wanna mess with drugs no more, don't wanna end the pill. Never been good enough and I don't wanna rob it still. The gift of music's inside me, but it doesn't pay the bills. All I need is love in my life and I need some time to heal. Don't tell me what to do with my life, y'all need to chill. I gave my youth to a war and I came back lost. How would you feel? Y'all would love my singing if I had a record deal. All I need for y'all to support me, I promise you I will. And follow me, we'll find the blind and show them we can do it still.
.5 WRBC. This is Hunter, and you are
Mr. Pallaso, Deep Roots Family First.
awesome. So you're also a studio engineer.
Yes, sir.
What got you into that?
I seen my first computer. I mean, I had seen computers, but I sat to use my first computer in 2001 when my brother bought one, and there was nothing on there, no internet, nothing else but audio production programs, and that's the only toys I had on there, no video games, nothing else. And I just sort of drove myself into that, and like I mentioned earlier, my brother was pretty famous. He had everybody come to his house, and the best, I could say, African producers swung by, and you know, over the years, he just gave me a good ear for music.
Awesome. So he was the one who like seriously steered you in a the deep way towards music. Basically. Then you launched your own thing, huh?
Right, yeah, definitely.
Now, have you ever made beats?
Yeah, I make beats. I've produced a lot of beats for few artists on here. I produce beats on my Best Believe album. I do pretty much every aspect of production.
Awesome. Yeah, that's even so. You produced most of them on your Best Believe album, but you had the. So you did some music with your brother too. Did you have to go to Uganda to produce it?
I was still living in Uganda then. I was still living with my brother. I was still living with my parents. So I grew up in the studio. Like, I just always played with this computer and made it happen. Like, I just got better. Practice made me better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you just you just kind of fiddle with it and see what you like, and don't. That's even how it is with mashups too.
Yeah, like, I remember what he really did was he threw a lot of software to me, but he pointed out the ones that I needed. He's like, this is what you really need, but there is, a variety of things over here that you can start playing with if you feel like you're getting bored with that, but it's so deep you'll never get bored. So I started playing with beat. It was actually my first production approach was with Fruity Loops. It's a beat making program.
So that's what you use for like engineering and such?
No, well, I use a little bit of Logic. I use Fruity Loops for the good EQ plugins that they have on there for like audio capturing and mastering and cleaning up and all that. But then I use Cool Edit Pro to capture the vocals because it just like second nature to me.
Huh. So what is because obviously you work with musicians from away
and here, yeah.
So do you like send them somewhat of a product like in an e-file or whatever, and then they rap over it and then send it back to you?
Depends. Like, for example, the song we just did with GNL, the African hip hop star. He was on his tour in the United States, and my brother happened to have known him. They did a project together, and he got a hold of him and told him, Pallaso is really progressing. They got this big record in Maine called Change. It would be a perfect match if y'all could do a collaboration. And, he's a very down-to-earth person. He met me in Boston, and we did the track. Some artists, like, for example, when I did a song with Chameleon, I had to fly to California. Depends on where they are. The one with Radio and Weasel, I had to fly to D.C.
You just got done touring with them.
So, yeah. So what really I do is, if they're around and they're on tour, I would rather go, create the magic with them in studio. If they're not around, I still got to snatch the opportunity. So I still just mail over stuff, mail it back, especially with the producers in Europe. They mail me the stuff, mail me the MIDI files, the raw files. We go back and forth until, we get as close as we can to perfect.
Awesome. So now we're going to ask a really big... I should do a promo, actually, real quick, and then I've got a really big question for both for you, and then I'm going to ask it to the Mess.
Okay.
For a good promo, why don't you check out... I did All Things Heavy last hour, so how about Thursday? The Music Nation with DJ Chris. Check that out. He told me an all new and improved show, so I don't exactly know what he's got in store. Tune in to WRBC. Keep your radio tuned to RBC, and keep your CD player on the Change album by The Mess and Pallaso when it comes out on the 24th. So that's all you need. Radio tuned to RBC, and the Change album to be stuck in your player. It's all you got, and you got a perfect radio.
And don't forget, this is the only place, the first place that is playing almost all the tracks of the Change album. There's no other radio station, but this is the first place by Hunter Wilbur that you've got a chance to hear some of the tracks of the Change album on radio station.
Well, thank you. I feel honored to. It's for y'all. You guys gotta have this album in its entirety on WRBC. So I'm actually not sure what the next track is. It's out of order. The album, they just have one of the album hasn't released yet, but they do have just albums that they brought with them. So that's what we're playing off of. So we're just gonna leave it a shock. Who knows? It could be changed again.
Surprise!
Yeah, could be a shocker. So, Pallaso, we're gonna actually wait. Now we're gonna save that other question for later. Tune in before the end of the show for a big, big question. Got a next surprise track off of the Change album on 91.5 WRBC.
My girl, you are one in a million people. My heart bleeds for you and I'm never letting you go. No.
My girl, you are one in a million people.
from heaven, the perfect angel, lying beside me in my own bedroom. Can't believe it, the feelings I got inside me got me going crazy. I never thought that in my life I would be happy, baby. My past is shady, I messed up and done some crazy things. I gave up on relationships, ain't trying to buy no rings. Ain't wasting time fighting, crying and stressing out. Cause every time I thought I was in love, it only tore me down.
When the times like these arise, I just wanna cuddle in your arms. I would rather ride or die than to never have you in my life.
My girl, you are one in a million people. My heart bleeds for you and I'm never letting you go. No.
My girl, you are one in a million people. My heart bleeds for you and I'm never letting you go. No. You are my beauty queen, my fairy tale Cinderella. Hold me forever, live under my umbrella, girl. I know we're living with no cheddar. We might be broke today, but tomorrow gon' be better. So baby, put it down like this. Nobody ever put it down like this. Oh, what a feeling to be loved like this. Nobody ever loved like this. When the times like these arise, I just wanna cuddle in your arms. I would rather ride or die than to never have you in my life.
My girl, you are one in a million people. My heart bleeds for you and I'm never letting you go. No.
My girl, you are one in a million people. My heart bleeds for you and I'm never letting you go. No.
From jealousy to insecurities, lying and cheating. It's mad as the things I've been through with women, they got me heated. I done gave up, I don't need this love. Rather spend my life alone. To the day that I met you, now I'm smiling. Every time that you text my phone, love the way that you smile. I love the way that you I love the way that you rub my back when you know that my day was tough. I love the way that you still love me, even when I've been a jerk. I wanna spend forever with you, baby girl, let's make it work.
When the times like these arise, I just wanna cuddle in your arms. I would rather ride or die than to never have you in my life.
My girl, you are one in a million people. My heart bleeds for you and I'm never letting you go. No.
My girl, you are one in a million people. My heart bleeds for you and I'm never letting you go. No.
My girl, you are one in a million people. My heart bleeds for you and I'm never letting you go. No.
My girl, you are one in a million people. My heart bleeds for you and I'm never letting you go. No.
91.5 WRBC. What was that, peeps?
That was My Girl off the Change album.
From The Mess and Pallaso.
Dedication to all the beautiful girls of the world that take care of they men.
Yeah, what? Shout out to all you hot chicks. Shout out. What? Props to y'all.
What you know about that? Yeah, man, that song's dedicated honestly to people that got true love, people that really, feel for who they love, and
Awesome.
special dedication from the heart.
So that's where does most of the for a lot of your music, Pallaso, where does the ideas come from? Because you have a variety, you do a variety of topics. You have one about along the situation of, oh no, a girl is dumping me, what the heck am I gonna do? And one that is where you actually love a girl, but she's not really loving you back. Then you have another one called Burning the Casket. And then you've got one that called No Way, that talks about being talks about Uganda.
Right.
How do you choose what to talk about?
Man, if you get to know me, I'm a very passionate person, and by my age, man, I've been through so much, all the way from my history to my present right now, man. Things that I've struggled with, things that I still struggle with, and things that I'm due to face, man. I've been through places. I've been everywhere in the world almost. I've traveled a lot. I've seen different faces. I've seen different races. Had problems in all kinds of weights. I've had happiness in all kinds of packages. And I have so much experience with what I sing about. So depends on how I feel. Sometimes I get down low, man. Like when I did Bring the Casket, more especially, I was like so dark. I was like I not like I hate the world type of record, but it was more like, you know what? After all these things that the world has tried, you know, like the next time you want to try take me down, you need bigger guns, because you know I'm stronger than that. Yeah, you know, bring the casket. Like, if you want to hurt me the next time, man, you better bring the casket, because you know what? Everything you've done that hasn't killed me ain't hurting me anymore. I'm numb to the pain by this point.
Huh. So that, you know,
so it depends on how I feel. See, like, I'm the type of person that has sat in jail cells. I'm the type of person that has been in first class flights, you know, been in club and through money, been in misery, been in struggle, starved, hunger, being in war zones, being everywhere. So sometimes it's whatever I feel. If I feel like, if I feel a certain way about the beat, starts with the beat. Like we say, me and my man Jesse Hammond, we hit the studio, we listen to the beat, depends on the vibe. If the beat is a club vibe, like I feel like I start talking about my last club experience, and that's when it comes in, like, yeah, we in the club, the DJ spinning, drinks are passing, girls is shaking their booties. You know, if it's a jail thing, I'm like, oh my God, these shackles up on my feet, I'm dressed in orange, you know, looking around, everybody's miserable, nobody wanna be here, diseases, you know, things like that. I talk about my personal life, but since I've been through so many experiences, I assume there's so many people that can relate at least to one situation of my music.
Huh. No, that's, you know, that's definitely this is the more positive vibe of hip hop. You know.
Definitely, I reach out to the regular person.
No, I'm just curious. What was it like? You know, living in Uganda. I mean, that's kind of jumping off the topic a little bit, but you know, I'm just curious about that.
The crazy thing about living in Uganda is I can't explain it. It's all I ever known. The only time I noticed life was really hard in Uganda was when I started living here. I'm like, oh, we had it hard. But before then, it's all I ever known. I thought I had a very good life. It's all I've ever known. It's very great, man. Just driving through, like if you're on 95 coming home and, you know, you drive and pass by zebras, see lions, see things like that, going to school, like, kids used to go to school barefooted because they couldn't afford no shoes, and it was the normal life. We never complained. We was happy about it, you know, going without meals, but it wasn't like just you going without a meal. The whole village was going without a meal, so it was normal. We were happy. We just had instilled pride, and we admired things, but that's if another person had them and you did not. But poverty was the order of the day, so we never complained about it.
So you never thought of it as like, you know, what's going down in here, you know?
No, I mean, we used to watch TV and watch these American kids wearing the best shoes, wearing all these things, and having all these toys. Not only American kids, but most of the first world countries. We used to watch, and we used to hope one day we will be there, but it seemed impossible. But we never complained, you know, like I don't remember me getting a gift for Christmas, but I don't remember me complaining about it because every kid in the whole country never got a gift for Christmas. So it was never my problem.
Huh.
Yeah.
But now that you're living in Lewiston,
I swear to God, now that I'm living in Lewiston, Hunter will, but if I don't get a gift from you this Christmas, we're gonna have problems. I'm just kidding.
Oh, this is awesome interviewing. Awesome. So we're gonna play another track off of I'm gonna do a PSA actually. The cops are working all the time to try and solve any mysteries happening around Lewiston, Auburn, or anything like that. So my PSA for y'all is do not call the cops. That is my public service announcement. Do not call the cops. So what's the next tune we got, bro?
Next tune, you know what? I want these people to get surprised, man. We'll introduce it after. I just want them to feel for the album. I want them to see what the whole record is like, man. So
awesome.
since this the first time you're hearing this on the radio, man, ain't no other radio but here with Mr. Hunter Wilbur. The first time you're hearing the Change record mastered and set up everywhere. Just tuning right now, and the next record is dedicated to all the Lewiston people, man, that have had our back, and everybody from the world that's tuning from the internet, man. Pallaso and The Mess, we in here. Run it.
Awesome. So we're just going to play another try. I'm sorry about getting changed twice. I mean, all right, let's do it.
It's not changed.
All right, let's do this.
Sorry that I told you lies, but it's because I loved you, and the truth would have hurt you. Sorry that I never came clean, but it's because I loved you, and the truth would have hurt you. Sorry that I told you lies, but it's because I loved you, and the truth would have hurt you. Sorry that I never came clean, but it's because I loved you, and the truth would have crushed you. Sorry that I put you in that place. I never meant to hurt you. All I wanted is to keep a big smile forever on your face. The truth is I really loved you. I could have never let another girl come and try to take your place. Cause to me you was the queen. I overlooked the small things and broke my promise. I sold my soul away for the pleasure that was selfish. Before I noticed, baby, your heart was broken and my ground was shaking. See, I was mistaken that everything would be alright as long as you didn't know. But I created a bad situation now where I wish we wouldn't have gone. All because of me, just cause I was never the man I should have been. Sorry that I told you lies, but it's because I loved you, and the truth would have hurt you. Sorry that I never came clean, but it's because I loved you, and the truth would have hurt you. Sorry that I told you lies, but it's because I loved you, and the truth would have hurt you. Sorry that I never came clean, but it's because I loved you, and the truth would have crushed you. I had a perfect relationship, I didn't even deserve you. When now you're gone away, all you left behind is a sinking ship. I'll never find a woman like you. Now I gotta live the rest of my life to be forever in there. I will forever regret. Without you life is worthless. You are my empress. Girl, you are the sun in my sky. Without you there's no happiness. I'm left helpless, cause everything life worth living for is taken. See, I was mistaken that everything would be alright as long as you didn't know. But I created a bad situation now where I wish we wouldn't have gone. All because of me, just cause I was never the man I should have been. Sorry that I told you lies, but it's because I loved you, and the truth would have hurt you. Sorry that I never came clean, but it's because I loved you, and the truth would have hurt you. Sorry that I told you lies, but it's because I loved you, and the truth would have hurt you. Sorry that I never came clean, but it's because I loved you, and the truth would have crushed you. I know we can never be as we were before. What could you ever trust me for? Your family's like, what would you want him back for? And I agree you deserve more. I left a couple messages, still you didn't return my calls. Can you please pick up your phone? See, I was mistaken that everything would be alright as long as you didn't know. But I created a bad situation now where I wish we wouldn't have gone. All because of me, just cause I was never the man I should have been. Sorry that I told you lies, but it's because I loved you, and the truth would have hurt you. Sorry that I never came clean, but it's because I loved you, and the truth would have hurt you. Sorry that I told you lies, but it's because I loved you, and the truth would have hurt you. Sorry that I never came clean, but it's because I loved you, and the truth would have crushed you. Sorry that I told you lies, but it's because I loved you, and the truth would have hurt you. Sorry that I never came clean, but it's because I loved you, and the truth would have hurt you. Sorry that I told you lies, but it's because I loved you, and the truth would have hurt you. Sorry that I never came clean, but it's because I loved you, and the truth would have crushed you.
91.5 WRBC. What was that?
That was Never Came Clean off Pallaso's, some of Pallaso's solo work, but it's on the Change album.
Were you in it?
I was not on that song, but if you catch us live, I do some harmonies for him on it and stuff. It's a fun song.
Huh. So what? So Jesse's back. Jesse has been in here the whole time. I mean, The Mess, excuse me. It's just, you go by, it's like me trying to call myself DJ Underground.
It's my name. My name's Jesse, but everybody call me Mess.
Yeah. How did that title, The Mess, come about?
Ever since I was a little kid, I mean, Messy Jesse, it just makes sense.
Messy
It's one of the original Garbage Pail Kid cards.
So that's how people have always known you, like Messy Jesse.
Just Mess, people just call me Mess. I mean,
The in front of that.
that's just to be artistic, that's really just for album titles and stuff. But I've always been called Mess. Back in '04 when I put out a rap record, it was just Mess.
Awesome. So you now what do you what software do you use to make beats when you do it?
I'm not that computer kid. I don't do that stuff. When I used to make beats, I'd use like the old Dr. Rhythms and stuff, and I'd actually run in RCA cables direct line into like 8 tracks and 16 tracks, and use chord keyboards and stuff like that.
To make your beats?
Yeah.
So you use actual instruments?
I actually play instruments, yeah, exactly, man.
You don't do a lot of that synthetic kind of stuff?
No, when I made that In Love and War record, I specifically told the producer that I did not want to use anything digital. I wanted to record it like the Beatles recorded. I mean, other than the fact that we didn't use reel-to-reel. We used Hammond B3 organs with Leslie rotating speakers, and, we used, even some of the sounds that sound like real digital reverb sounds, they weren't. We were like, we'd use an electric guitar and scratch a quarter across the strings, and then turn up the reverb so loud that it became this real echoey, crazy synthesized sound. But everything was.
So you did do some electronic stuff. You used the reverb.
Well, yeah, but I mean, all that stuff's run through the amps and stuff. I mean, yeah.
So you didn't want any computerized?
No, absolutely not.
Like Pallaso?
No, but that's how I grew up making music. But like I said, I mean, hip hop is part of the electronic family, electronic music family, and so I let him do his thing.
So you also served in the war.
I did. I served in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Did you do music in there too? Like, were you in any of like the bands or anything?
No, absolutely not, man. I was a killer. I was a Marine, but I had a guitar out there and I just wrote songs. Yeah.
And was there any other musicians out there that you kind of aligned with?
There's a couple kids that would come play guitar with me, but nobody was as serious as me about it. Like, I took it real serious.
Yeah, you actually really wanted to be the musician,
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna play another track right now.
Let's get it.
Yeah. 91.5 WRB. So we're just gonna surprise y'all because Pallaso likes to surprise y'all. Then we will back sell it after. 91.5 WRBC.
Won't you please believe in me?
Let me turn my life around. All I need is a chance. I'll never let you down. Won't you please believe in me? Oh,
I can turn my life around. I'll turn my life around.
All I need is a chance.
I wanna show the world.
Never let you down.
Pallaso with the mess. It's deep roots, baby. I'm putting everything I got into this music. This my chance to make it. I never give up on this dream. I swear I'll never waste it. I see these counting on us, saying we their inspiration, playing us at every club, requesting us on every station. I'm feeling love for my people. Ain't seen nobody hating. I'm on the top of the world, and they saying we the greatest. We came a long way from nothing. I swear they'll never change us. We about to make it to the top. No one can never break it. We did it all by ourselves and never asked no one to save us. Now that we blowing up, all these rappers wanna come ask for favors. Like where were you when the times got rough and tough and I shopped at Payless? But look at me now, it's bright as a star sitting on top of your playlist. The radio blowing us up. Shout out to Ryan D-Long. The video killing our first release that we put out, then smashed them. Either go with us or get out the way. Y'all better go practice. Deep roots, baby. We kings. Go get your own palace. Won't you please believe in me?
Let me turn my life around. All I need is a chance. I'll never let you down. Won't you please believe in me? Oh,
I can turn my life around.
turn my life around. All I need is a chance.
I wanna show the world.
Never let you down.
It don't matter if you're black
dark or Caucasian. We all human and we all feel pain. Ain't nobody perfect, everybody got stains. Judge nobody if you really got brains. Could be the pills, it could be the cocaine. It's never late to quit, you can still make the change. You wanna be a doctor or you wanna fly planes, or you wanna flush your life down that drain. I believe in you, whether you got friends or not, I'm never leaving you. The rest of the world may not see what I see in you, but I know you were the greatest person. I can see it in you. The possibilities are endless of what you can do. When in your eyes I can see a lot of pain you've been through, but I know you're stronger than anyone I've ever known. Won't you please believe in me? Let me turn my life around. All I need is a chance. I'll never let you down. Won't you please believe in me? Oh, I can turn my life around. All I need is a chance. I wanna show the world. Never let you down.
No one expected a couple kids like me and P to lock it down. We started a fire so big and no one could put it out. But look at us now, following dreams and making the city proud. Believing in me is the reason why I'm turning my life around. I feel like you want us to make it, how could I ever let you down? Y'all made us the voice of the city, I tell your story loud. Only thing in my life I ever gave up on was using drugs. I'm sick of these busted jail cells full of crooked thugs. We're showing the world that you can make it no matter where you from. Kids are telling me I inspired them to go and write a song, to write the novel, go back to school and get back to acting like my homie Ron's in Los Angeles trying to make it happen.
No life dreams really come true. Mine took so long, but it finally came through. Even after all the friends I had to walk through, we all can do it, I'm the living proof. Y'all seen the newspapers when I made the headlines, from illegal alien to barraging lights. Blew up the whole city like a landmine. Better never give up on your dream. I believe in you, whether you got friends or not, I'm never leaving you. The rest of the world may not see what I see in you, but I know you were the greatest person. I can see it in you. The possibilities are endless of what you can do. When in your eyes I can see a lot of pain you've been through, but I know you're stronger than anyone I've ever known. Won't you please believe in me? Let me turn my life around. All I need is a chance. I'll never let you down. Won't you please believe in me? Oh,
I can turn my life around.
turn my life around. All I need is a chance.
I wanna show the world.
Never let you down.
Won't you please believe in me?
Let me turn my life around. All I need is a chance. I'll never let you down. Won't you please believe in me? Oh,
I can turn my life around.
turn my life around. All I need is a chance.
I wanna show the world.
Never let you down.
91.5 WRBC. What was that, peeps?
That was Believe in Me by Pallaso and The Mess off the Change album.
Awesome. And the Change album, we're all pumped here. We are showcasing it front to back. It is going to drop September 14th.
Yep, you got it.
And by the way, be on the lookout for Mr. Wilbur Hunter in that video. I don't want you to miss it. I want you to pay close attention, man. We're gonna be having Miss Hunter Will. Oh, that was supposed to be a surprise. What am I doing?
No, I probably would have said something anyway, because but I'd like people to know. But for the Believe in Me video, you plan to have me?
Yeah, we that song. If for all y'all that heard it, it's kind of like a dedication to how, when Change came out, everybody just sort of rallied behind us and made it happen, and the radio station started pushing us. So we want to have, we want to show that in the video. We want to have, clips of us doing radio interviews and scenes of us, filming and just, neat things. People showing us love and us showing it back.
Yeah, that's
Good
definitely, and props to all y'all who are also, working to promote these guys. I give y'all props for that.
Definitely love to all y'all supporting, man.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm continuing. Once this album comes out, I'm playing a track off it every week. No getting around that.
Yeah, man, and we can never thank you enough, Mr. Hunter Wilbur, man, for having us here, and not only having us here, man, because to keep it real, man, right when that record dropped, there was a lot of radio stations that were not from here and all over the world that are still not playing Change, but man, I gotta give you that. You was one of the first radio stations to jump right on it, put us on air, however many fans you brought, 1 million, 5, 2, 1, whoever,
Or putting it in mixes.
We exactly bringing it on one fan at a time, man, and we're very grateful. And before I actually forget this, I want to mention it as a few of my really close friends from Lewiston, man, had hit me up and told me, we really had to stop by Hunter Wilbur. He's a huge fan and he's been supporting us, and we've been running back and forth. Like literally today, I just came back from Massachusetts. We've been running back and forth. We've been really busy with producing the Change album, and we apologize to the fans that it has taken us all this time to stop by here, man, because I know a lot of people out there have been waiting for us to stop by here sooner, but we had to make it happen. I've been in communication with Mr. Wilbur Hunter, and finally we're here, and we hope to be here much more, many times. Big, small, made it, never make it, regardless, it don't matter, man. We're just grateful.
Yeah, I'm going to try and hook him up with a show, so expect this guy hosting it on WRBC with DJ Bernarzo. So, where did the performing name Pallaso come about? Where'd you make that up?
Pallaso is a Spanish word, actually.
Oh, really?
And
What?
I actually never explained this until I wanted to the first time to explain what my name means when I feel like I've made it. But since you asked that, I'll go ahead and explain it, and on other radio interviews I'll start explaining it too, but this is the first time. Pallaso is a Spanish word that actually means a clown. And
What?
A clown, like a clown, like a joke.
Clown.
Yeah.
Huh.
So like what it is when I was starting out music, the worst thing I hate to hear was people calling me a joke, a clown. Like, you wasn't going nowhere. There is not so many people that believed I could even reach this height, hit this bar in my career. And my dream was to come to the United States and make it here, the land of opportunities, land of dreams. That's what I ever heard. And when I came here, my first day was in New York, and I felt like, oh my God, I made it. It's finally done. And I was in Brooklyn, and there's a lot of Hispanics there, and they heard me doing what I do, and they said I was a payaso, like they called me a clown, and it broke my heart badly, man, that I escaped all my misery and struggles, and I thought this was the place, and the first thing I got as feedback back from my music was calling me a clown here again, people calling me a joke. Then I decided to pick the worst thing I've ever not the worst thing I've ever been called, but something that people put down, everybody takes as a joke. You know what? I'm going to do this till the day I die. With the money or without it, I'm going to do it. And if I ever make it, you can laugh at me. I can be a joke straight to the bank. You know what I mean?
But you just...
But Pallaso means
you didn't
a
mind
clown.
the word Pallaso,
it's kind of like back to the thing of turning negativity to positivity. I want one day somebody to say, you know what, Pallaso is my idol, without even thinking about it as a clown, but you know what, as of to what I've made it.
Yeah, you're definitely a idol to me, even in the mixing. I mean, what I do is not what you do, but I mean, it's mixing, but I still look up to you. But
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
So
too,
what words of advice do you have for anybody out there who wants to become a musician?
Man, anybody that wants to be a musician, first of all, if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, yeah, I don't think it's the best way to do it. Talent really don't matter with music. I don't think so. They say you discover your talent anyway, so there's no way to know you got talent if you don't discover it. But like, it's a tough industry, man. Like, there's a lot of closed doors than open ones. I can promise you that. But like, you just gotta do it for the right reasons. If it's for the money, then do it for the money. If it's for the love, then do it for the love. Whatever it is, just don't go off track. Do it. Put all into it. It's very addictive. People think drugs is a problem, man. Music is a problem. Once you get into it, you can never look back. Like, question, Mr. Hunter, is there anybody that can convince you to stop broadcasting from now on?
Nope, I don't think that's going to happen.
It's an addiction.
Nobody's going to quit me from broadcasting,
So
mixing.
if you cannot help it, man, just expect a lot of closed doors, and there's nothing more exciting than the joy of coming back and doors that were once closed by people opening automatically by themselves, not because those people have a choice anymore, but because it's your time. That's just what it is, man. Work hard, go hard or go home.
Awesome. Now, what about you, Jesse? What do you have to say to people who want to be musicians?
I mean, you got to practice, no doubt. You know what I mean? Whatever instrument, whatever you want to do, whether you want to produce, whether you want to play guitar, piano, sing, you have to practice. You know, you have to be good at your craft. I mean, I do it for the love, so I just love music. I mean, it don't matter if I'm sitting in my house playing a piano for 6 hours on the weekend, you know. I'm just gonna play music because I love to play music. I always will. I'll never not do it.
So you guys plan to be musicians till the end of time?
Well, yeah, I'll never not be a musician. I mean, it defines who I am.
Huh. So, like, when they think Jesse Hammond, they think music.
That's exactly what people think.
Awesome. So we're gonna jump in. We're gonna hit it with another tune. We're gonna hit you with a tune. And here is If I Try on 91.5 WRBC.
If I try, I can move mountains. If I try, destined for greatness.
Deep roots, hey yo, mess, coming.
If I spread my wings, I could soar just like an eagle. Fly across the world staring down at other people. If I tried, I could rid the world of lies and cheaters. Go back in time and stop my best friend from using the needle. I know that if I pushed hard enough, I'd move mountains. Swim across the ocean, not worried about drowning. Sing a couple songs and get the world to stop frowning. Change the world to a place that everyone belongs in. Erase all the poverty, money is only paper. There's no more need for jealousy, stealing, dealing, and haters. Every person had a dream before the world changes. If we learn to follow our hearts and we'd be the greatest. Imagine a world without war, before all this hypocrisy. Government conspiracies and corporate monopolies. Moral ambiguity runs rampant in society. Killing for religion and murdering for democracies. If I try, I can move mountains.
If I try,
I'm destined for greatness. If I try,
I can move mountains. If I try, I'll never fail. I smell blood and tears. Innocent people buried in fear. 2,000 years past, Jesus ain't here. Countries are fighting, the motive ain't clear. The journey getting longer, the weight is getting heavier. The world is perishing and you could be the savior. Your closest friends are the ones trying to fail you. Have faith in God, get on your knees and pray. God help me, make me an overcomer. Give me the courage and the soul of a grinder. Help me rise from 6 feet under. Rise to the sky and capture the thunder. Like the story of David and Goliath. All I need is the heart of a lion. So that even when I'm down, I don't break down. I've been inferior, let me be great now.
if I try, I can move mountains.
If I try,
I'm destined for greatness. If I try,
I can move mountains. If I try, I'll never fail.
if every person on this planet tried a little harder, cared a little more, and pushed a little farther. If every son worships and never disrespects his mother, then more men would stick around longer to be your father. If every president left a precedent to positive change, no more new worlds await us, no more west out to the plains. This our last chance to make it right and everyone's to blame. So grab the key of history and free us from the chains. If you're one of them that's out to make a difference, I salute you. They're fighting for the past, we keep fighting for the future. People have no respect, having sex like Kama Sutra. And love has just become a cold and broken hallelujah. So I pray to God that I can rid the world of all the tears and wipe them from the children's eyes, hear the angels' cheers. Stop wasting all your life lost and stumbling in the void. Guarantee you if you try, people, you could change the world. If I try, I can move mountains.
If I try,
I'm destined for greatness. If I try,
I can move mountains. If I try, I'll never fail. I can go from weakness to greatness, cowardly to braveness. I know I can stand chance. They told me get out of Maine, go to another stage. You wanna make it, Lewiston is not that place. Made something out of nothing, have you really seen me lately? They have felt greatly, but I achieved greatly. Got me on my side, whatever the case been. Daddy cops arrested me, I had the case beat.
if I try, I can move mountains.
If I try,
I'm destined for greatness. If I try,
I can move mountains. If I try, I'll never fail.
91.5 WRBC, now that I can get the mic
Yeah.
switches to go on. Alright, you're listening to 91.5 WRBC, Lewiston, Maine-based college radio. That was it for today's episode. I wish it was like 2 to 7 instead of 2 to 4, but so what have we been listening to?
We've been listening to Pallaso and The Mess, the Change album. That last song was just If I Try. One of my favorites off the album.
Awesome. I was hoping to get to the album in its entirety, but I'm offered so many hours on my contract here, so I mean, but we got to cruise. So, how'd you like being on, peeps?
Oh, it's fun, man. It's a great experience, man. I really appreciate you having us on here.
So, any closing things that I don't think I have any questions, but is there any like shout outs that you want to give anybody, or like people you want to give any props to or whatever?
Yeah, man, we want to shout out everybody that has been tuning in and listening, everybody that has supported us straight from the get-go, everybody that believes, still believe, or is about to get believing. Stop by the stores, snatch the album, come party with us, check out the album release party on 34 Court Street, you already know. And lastly, man, my last message is, whoever you are, wherever you is, man, don't stop believing and support your local music. So all I can say, man, much love. Pallaso, the gal them last, alongside the man.
The Mess.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and Hunter Wilbur. Yeah, so that's going to be happening. Check them out at the album release party. Yeah, like I said, Court Street, September 14th, 9 p. Check it out.
Done, no.
Awesome. All right, so we're closing out. I got automation up next. Automated music. I think we're actually stuck in a loop for the automation software. Robo DJ in the back room. Yeah. Anything you actually want to say, Jesse? Up next.
I got nothing, man. Thanks for having us. Shout out to the people.
Yeah. Shout out to y'all. Thanks for props to everybody who gave it. I think it was like, what was it, 63,000 views on YouTube that Change got.
We're up there in the 30,000 range.
Awesome.
It's getting there.
Awesome. Yeah. Cool. That's awesome. So props to everybody who did that.
Check out the new music videos that are going to be dropping this month and more to come, man. Don't lose the support.
Awesome. Now, what did you use to do your videos?
We got a lot of stuff for the software, hardware.
Yeah.
Software, we got the Canon 5D Mark II, hardware, After Effects, Premiere, sometimes Photoshop. There's a lot of stuff involved, man.
That's awesome. All right, so
All right, everybody from Maine, man, have a great day, man. We're grateful to have stopped by here. Thanks for being the perfect audience. And thank you so much, Mr. Hunter Wilbur, for having us. Pallaso and The Mess, Deep Bruce family first. Love y'all.
Want to give a great big peace out to them? Then I'll do
1, 2, 3. Peace out.
That was Peace Out from Pallaso and The Mess. Up next is me. All right, so I just got a couple things. I just got a couple quick notice for the peeps that I need to give out before we peace. But today is my last Tuesday 2 to 4 show. Okay, after this, next week you can catch me on Wednesday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. We'll be going back to that slot for the Hunter Show. Hope you all have enjoyed my summer programming. Oh, what have we had? We've had many great programs. We've been featuring The Mess and Pallaso. I had one of my cousins guest hosting me, and I had a lot of great co-hosts. So yeah. All right. So this is Hunter. Peace out. Hope you enjoy the great programming. Hope you enjoyed the program today. The interview with The Mess and Pallaso. Until next Wednesday at 4 o'clock, everybody. Peace out!